Alright, so what we're going to do here is we're going to tie a fly that's called the San Juan worm. I think it's the San Juan River in Texas is where it was invented. This is the easiest fly to tie in the world, and you can teach youngsters how to tie flies with this fly, and they've got a really good chance of going out and catching a fish. So look, it's a fairly simple fly. A lot of people like to tie this fly on short shank hooks. I prefer to do it on longer shank hooks, just purely because it makes the fly longer and look a little bit more realistic. Okay, so it's quite simple. Right, what you do is you get a long shank hook. In this case, this is a Kamisan B940 hook. I like the Kamisan hooks because they're made in Japan. Okay, very, very strong, very, very thin, and I've never ever had one let me down. So what you do then, okay, is it's just a question of a bit of head cement on the fly. Yeah. Okay, I usually just give that a little half hitch in here so it holds the tail down. And then what we do is you wind here, okay, to the middle. Sometimes worms have an egg sac, and you can actually tie this in to imitate it, right? So get that in there, 1, 2, 3, give that another half hitch, okay. And then what you do is work your way down to the eye of the hook. This is where you'll tie the fly off. 1, 2, 3. You don't need to overdress this fly, just keep it nice and simple. Okay, once, do another double half hitch in there. Ta-da! Okay, tie that off in there. And then what you do, just get your head cement like this. Ah, that's going to be a bit of a pain. Need to sort that, obviously it's glued. Right. So, dollop of head cement in there, dollop of head cement in there, dollop of head cement in there. Right. And then what you do to finish the fly off properly, most worms taper. So, there's one. There you go, that's the fly. Very, very simple. And it doesn't look like much, but early season, when you've got your grass areas being flooded, okay, and worms get dragged, or the worm burrows get filled with water, what happens is the worms get flushed out, right? And they just drift downstream. So this is a nice size worm. I tied them previously how they do the traditional San Juan worm, right? Where you've got the small scud type hook and a very small worm. For some reason, I seem to get better results with these. Just slightly longer and just a little bit more action in the water.